I do know I get on a plane and I don't ever think about it crashing or, you know, anything happening. I can't tell you why or why not. I don't think about it. I don't know if I just put that as far as outside of my head, as far as that's a negative way of thinking, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Yo, what time the plane leaving? Alright. See you at the airport. Hey. I'm leaving on the next plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you know I'll never go. Even though you know I will, I'm a traveling man, moving through places.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another 4-day trip for me. I'm Thomas, Traveling Gunn. Today is the end of day one. I do apologize for not vlogging earlier today. You know, dealing with a lot of things as far as found out one of my classmates somewhere from training ended up losing her battle to cancer. So that kind of threw me off today a little bit. Then I had a flight to the Bahamas. We had 6 infant life vests, but we had 9 infants on board. And the thing is, had I not just happened to look at the loads just to see if anybody, just to see how many people were on board, that's the reason why I looked at it on my phone, we probably would have taken a delay because it took a while for maintenance to come back with the other 3 infant life vests, because on a 900 that we take down there, they only come equipped with 6. Sometimes there's more on there, but this time there's only 6. And when I looked at it, I count to see how many infants were on there. It was 9, and I immediately told the captain that, hey, we have 9 infants infant in arms, and only 6 life vests. So he called. So had I not did that prior to boarding, we probably would have took a delay on that. But luckily for me, I was being nosy to see if we were full or not, and I seen the number of babies that was on there and went to counting. But yeah, my classmate, she lost her battle to cancer. She beat it once before a long time ago. It came back. We knew that this day was coming because she was put into hospice. But the good thing about it is she got to see her grandchild, her first grandchild born, and, you know, was able to spend time with her grandchild before she left. And she wasn't old. She was, I think, late 30s, early 40s, like maybe no more than 42 years old. So she was, you know, a lot younger. All her children pretty much were grown. I think her youngest graduated high school last year. So it kind of threw me off a little bit today, so I didn't really vlog at the beginning of the trip, just because I was, you know, kind of like trying to wrap my head around it. Meaning, you know, when you go to training, if you're not a flight attendant, when you go to training, you're in training with these people whom, you know, they look out for you, you look out for them, so you kind of get close to each other. You know, I would like to say that for the majority of part, I wouldn't say everybody in my class is like close to where we're just, you know, feeding each other, but we were close enough to look out for each other. Even to this day, we look out for each other. If somebody needs off, if we can help, we do help, you know, that type of thing. So yeah, so I didn't vlog earlier today, but this is, I know it's been a while since I've done my trip vlogs, and, you know, of course I went to Japan, so I was trying to get that material out as well. I still have material that I need to do from Japan as far as my hotel reviews. I'm in the middle of doing another video. It's probably going to drop before this, so I'm not for sure if it's going to be my pros and cons of being a flight attendant or just the benefits of being a flight attendant. So whatever it is, just make sure you check it out if you haven't checked it out already. But I am going to get out of these clothes. I have a 5:45 report time in the morning, and end up with 4 legs, technically 3 legs that I work. A 4th one is a deadhead. So I'll make sure I see you guys in the morning. Forgive me for, you know, not vlogging earlier. So I'll see you all in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It is 4:42 in the morning, and I have a 5:30 van to get to. Y'all know I love y'all to be up this early showing y'all this, because oh man, I'm not a morning person at all, whatsoever. Yeah, yeah, I didn't sleep very well last night. I couldn't fall asleep, so I didn't really fall asleep until after like 12 o'clock. And then I hit snooze. I was supposed to get up at like 4:30, but I hit snooze on. But today I technically have 3 legs that I work, and a 4th one is a deadhead. So excuse me, my face feels like I've been slapboxing with myself all night. Yeah, so I have 3 legs today. I go from Knoxville to Minneapolis to Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh back to Minneapolis, and then I deadhead to Lincoln, Nebraska tonight. So I'll be in Lincoln, Nebraska tonight, and it's just, yeah, I just didn't sleep well last night at all. I don't know if it was because I slept earlier today or I was just busy doing something else. I'm not for sure. Just had a lot on my mind. I can't tell you why I can't sleep. I feel a little bit better now. Excuse me. Sound a little bit better. And yeah, so I freshened up, so I feel a little bit better now. But it's been 2 years of me flying. My 2-year anniversary was yesterday, January 27th. January 8th was my anniversary date of flying for 2 years for my company. By far, I would say, you know, I wouldn't change it for anything in the world as far as the 2 years go. It has its ups and downs, just like anything else in life does. But yeah, I've been officially flying for 2 years now. The goal for me is to go to mainline if, you know, they do hire me. That is what my goal is. Ultimately, is to go to my particular mainline that I'm a subsidiary of, not anywhere else, just for the simple fact of I don't want to have to worry about commuting, moving to a new base. Yeah, just, you know, having to, you know, commute and moving to a new base, to a different city. Even with the mainline that I'm a subsidiary of, there's a possibility that I won't get based in Atlanta, but there's always a chance for me to be able to transfer back to Atlanta. So I'm okay with that, because I know that I can always transfer back home and not have to worry about commuting. So it's one of those things. So that's just how I look at it. So, and being that I've been flying for 2 years, my anniversary date was in January. My recurrent training is next month. So for those of you who don't know what recurrent is, basically you have to do it every year in order to stay active to fly. You have to basically refresh your knowledge of, you know, safety procedures, security, where things are, equipment, things like that, to be certified by I won't say regulated, but you have to, for FAA purposes, you have to do that in order to stay active. Now, if you fail recurrent, you don't lose your job. At least that's from what I read. What it is they just remove you from flying until you're able to pass recurrent. And basically how they get you ready for recurrent, they give you all these LMS modules that you have to do. Like right now, they give you a month to do them, so it's not like they give you to them in a short time. But I think I had like 28 that are due in a month. So it's doable. It's just tedious, and it's just one of those things. It's like, I don't really want to do it, but you have to do it in order to be compliant, because if you don't complete it by your recurrent date, or I think it's 24 hours prior to your recurrent date, they just have to put you in another recurrent class, and you don't want to get pushed back for that. It is also paid, so I will be flying to Minneapolis next month for Recurrent, so it's just one of those things. And another thing, I'll probably talk to y'all about that later on, because I don't want to unload too much on you all at one time. But yeah, so I have to, every flight attendant that you know has to go through Recurrent, so I'll be going through Recurrent later on. But get ready and go down to this van. So I will be in Lincoln, Nebraska tonight. So I'll see you guys later. So everyone, I'm here in Minneapolis, and guess what I get to do? I get to fly on a brand new 900 that we have, which this is my second time flying on it, so I'm gonna give you a little show of it. So the difference is the overhead bins are a lot bigger, so now we don't have to pink tag as many bags, and the galley is a lot more spacious. If I could see. So we used to have a wall right here, so now it's just a counter, and everything is touchscreen. As far as with the lights, you can do it for service, and it changes the lights. See, and then it changes the lights down to blue when you for service. So at nighttime, so when it's dark and you're during service, you don't have to kind of brighten it, it just turns it down to blue. So yeah, we pretty much like it. I don't think there's any Wi-Fi on it just as of yet. So, but you see, everything doesn't have to be put on mood. And so when I put it on mood, that's what it would look like for nighttime instead of it being completely dark. I can turn it on completely dark, and just for the safety briefing. Hello. Excuse me. But I pretty much like it. I like the brand new. But the only difference is instead of 76 seats, there's only 70 seats on it. The back seats against the bulkhead reclines, so because the seats are up a little bit further, there's a little bit more room in main cabin, and every seat has a way to plug up your cell phone chargers, as far as it has power outlets. So that's the little difference. Another thing I don't like is the first class closet. Look how small it is, as far as it was longer before, but that's the only drawback to it. But I personally like it. The passengers like it because they don't have to pink tag their bags. We're supposed to get like 5 of them, I believe, so I like working on the new one. So, but I'll see you guys when I get to Lincoln, Nebraska. What's up, everybody? So I have made it to Lincoln, Nebraska. What's here in Lincoln, Nebraska, besides the University of Nebraska? I can't tell you what else besides the University of Nebraska. And there's a joint Nebraska Air Force and Air National Guard base here. Other than that, I don't truly know what's here in Nebraska besides that. But I'm kind of a little bit bothered today. So, we got some sad news that everybody did in the world was Kobe Bryant and his daughter died in a helicopter crash. And I think this bothers me just as much as Anthony Bourdain's death did. It's just, I don't know. Never was a true Kobe fan, but I've always liked Kobe, and as a player and as a person. So, and then then just all of a sudden this just happened. So I don't know the full details of it yet. I was actually getting on my deadhead when I found out his helicopter crash, and don't know the other people besides him and his daughter, whoever else has died with them. So I'm kind of a little bothered by that. So I think I'm gonna just kind of go work out so I can try to clear my head from that, and I'll probably get back with you all a little later today. Hey everybody, back from my workout in the gym. Kind of did help clear my mind a little bit about everything that's going on. So one thing, just one last thing I'm gonna touch on about Kobe Bryant's death I do the same exact thing every day. I get on the plane every day. I don't even think twice about if the plane is going to crash or not. And I don't know if I'm distracting myself from that or not even thinking about it, not worrying about it, or if I'm at peace with, if I was to die, I'm at peace with that. I can't tell you, and I can't even answer that on what the answer is to that. But I do think about, when I'm sitting in my jump seat, what it is I would do if the plane was to go down. I do feel like I have to try to survive, for my kids and family, and also, for the passengers as well. But I know I think about that, but I do know I get on a plane and I don't ever think about it crashing or, anything happening. I can't tell you why or why not. I don't think about it. I don't know if I just put that as far as outside of my head, as far as that's a negative way of thinking, maybe. I don't know. But, he wasn't just he didn't die a millionaire. He didn't die Kobe, the Black Mamba, or the basketball player. He died doing what a father should do or does or whatever like that, by taking his daughter to basketball practice and where he was going to coach. And like I said, we do this as a flight attendants. We do the same exact thing every day. And maybe other people don't think about it, or they do think about it, but I know for sure I don't ever think about that this plane is going to crash. A constant day-to-day basis. Like when I say I do 5 flights almost a day, sometimes 2, it never crosses my mind at all. Even when I go internationally on a plane for 14 hours sometimes, never once does it ever creep into my head the plane is going to crash. But I have a 5:15 show in the morning, so I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another day. So today I only have 2 legs, one from Lincoln, Nebraska to Atlanta, and Atlanta to Lexington, Kentucky, and then I'm done for the day. No sits in between, so I highly doubt that my schedule can get modified or changed, but it is what it is. I want to thank you all for bearing with me yesterday with everything. I know it seemed like I was ranting a little bit. It could have been a little dark, but just know that anytime something like that happens, a crash or an airplane, anything, I personally immediately think, and I know a lot of other flight attendants think that could have been them, and it's just one of those things. Like I said, you don't think about it on a day-to-day basis. Even like today, I'm not worried or scared that, if the plane goes down. It's just something that I just don't think about. But, it is what it is. But I'm going to get ready and go, get on this van. Hopefully my flying partner, she doesn't talk me to death this morning, because she likes to talk at 5 o'clock in the morning, like a full-blown conversation, and doesn't stop. But she's a sweet lady, though. That's the only thing. I'm just like, I just want to go back to sleep, please. But so I'll see you guys in Lexington today, and hopefully you all have a great day as well. So I just made it to my room here in Lexington today. Done for the day. It's early. I'm gonna take a nap and get up and go to the gym, work out. Yesterday I jogged for 15 minutes on the treadmill, so probably try to do 20 today. I'm trying to push my body, because what I've realized, one thing about my body, when I first started losing weight, like my weight journey started a long time ago. In 2011, I weighed 230, and that was like the heaviest that I have ever been, 235, something like that. Ended up dropping weight down to 215 in like 3 months. Then I lost weight again the following year, and I got down to like 208. And this is me after I lost weight, I didn't continue to diet. I didn't do anything. This was just me maintaining. I didn't work out on a regular then. And then each year after that, I just kept losing weight until last year, when I made it, a point to say I'm gonna work out on every layover. I went from like 208 to 188, and I haven't dieted since. So And one thing I've learned about my body doing this dieting thing is that when I try to do every time I try to lose weight and I try to do the same diet, my body just basically pretty much adapted to it and I never lost weight. So I had to find new ways. So even with now when I'm trying to lose at least 10 more pounds. So I used to just jog for 10 minutes on the treadmill, boom, be done. And I noticed it wasn't giving me any change. So now I'm just pushing my body to just keep going more and jog more and jog more and jog more and jog more. And hopefully it's like telling my body, okay, I'm actually working. So that's what I'm doing for as far as my diet goes. So this is my view. We're downtown Lexington. I think that's the World Trade Center. I'm not for sure, but I do know it's Rupp Arena, right behind this hotel right here. But it's Rupp Arena, where University of Kentucky plays, and the square. It's pretty cold out there too. So here's my room with my 2 beds. I like this hotel. It's spacious, very spacious here. Funny thing about this hotel, the last few times that I stayed here, my heat didn't actually crank up past 71 degrees, so they had to bring me a space heater to heat my room up. So, but you know, like I said, that's not enough for me to be like, oh, I hate this hotel, let's write this hotel up. Nah, it's a nice hotel, and what's so crazy, the other hotel that we stay at here is just like a mile up the street. But that's it for my day today. It was pretty, like I said, it was pretty easy coming from Lincoln, and just go work out, come back, take a nap, work out. I'm not for sure which one I'm gonna do first. So I'll see you guys later. So there you have it. I did 20 minutes of just straight jogging, no stopping, no nothing. And now I have a cramp in my stomach. I got a cramp in my stomach about 16 minutes in. Well, 16 minutes after, with 5 minutes left almost. And yeah, just pushed through it. So I said I'm gonna do it. So probably tomorrow's go home day. So probably on my next trip, I'll start off at 15, next day 20, then go up to 25, and just do 5 minutes of increment steps like that. Like I said earlier, I have to trick my body, because like I said, my body gets used to whatever diet that I've done. It's easy for me to lose weight, but it's also easy for me to gain weight. So there you have it. If y'all have any recommendations, workout tips or whatever, let me know. I'm down for any type of recommendation that you all have. So but I'm gonna go take a shower and go to take a nap, and I'll probably see you all in the morning on Go Home Day. Good morning, everybody. It is go home day of my 4-day trip, and I just, yesterday, I worked out, and as soon as I got out the shower, I messed up and laid in the bed and actually went to sleep, and woke up this morning about 3:30. So, because I have a 5 o'clock showtime. But I just want to thank you all for watching me as I go through this journey in my day-to-day, not day-to-day life, but day-to-day trips. And with everything that has happened this past week, I just want everybody to make sure that you tell the people that you love every day, you tell them you love them every day. You hug them whenever you can. You spend as much time as possible, because you never know when it's your time to go. And that's just the advice. And like I said, if you're not a flight attendant, you're trying to get into this field, you just you just do your research. Make sure this is something that you really want to do, and even if you want to try it just to see, that's fine too. But just make sure you do your research on everything, and just make sure you figure out what best suits you. Don't do something because everybody else says, oh, this is the best airline, this is the best airline, this is the best airline, this is why. You have to do your own research, find out what's best for you, not what everybody else says. Because what might be best for everybody else might not be best for you. So that's what I'll say to that. But the best part about go home day, besides going home, when I get home, is when I look up and I go up those escalators and I see that welcome to Atlanta sign. That's when I know that I have truly made it, and it's the best thing in the world. The thing is, a lot of times when you're gone so much, and when you get home, I know some people feel like, your life as a flight attendant, you're just going to be gone all the time on your days off. Some people do that, but at the same time, it's one of those things where you're gone so much during trips that you just want something normal as just, being able to stay at home or, go to the grocery store or do whatever. It's not always about the extravagant and the lavish lifestyle that people think this job is. And like I said, it can be. I know a guy who travels almost all the time on his days off. He's rarely at home. But again, if I'm going to be real with you, the reality of it, there's not a lot of flight attendants that are just doing that all the time consistently. What I'm saying is, it's not that it's lavish, but the reality of it is, you don't have flight attendants that are just gone all the time, with the exception of work, because a lot of times we just want something normal as a home cooked meal versus eating out of a lunchbox or going to the grocery store, just doing something that if I had a normal job, I do. So that's just like, I go home most of the times, I go grocery shopping. So, but I do want to thank you all for watching. If you're new, please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and to my returning subscribers, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting. And I'm out for another 4-day trip.
I don't know when I'll be back again.